Gwyneth Paltrow, aka Rescue herself, addresses watching the MCU, and when asked about Avengers Endgame, she says she hasn't seen it. Or at least she doesn't think she's seen it. She doesn't actually know what she's seen. She stopped watching them at some point because they got too confusing. Remember that time Sebastian Stan was like, yeah, I met Gwyneth Paltrow 3 times so far, and every time she has no idea who I am and doesn't know we're actually in some of the same films? Yeah, that seems to be how Gwyneth rolls around when she's not packing her bodily odors into perfumes or making random candles out of other things. What is it with these rich people, man? What is wrong with their brain patterns? Anyways, she occasionally talks about, well, acting, her time, her roles, and she's always asked about Pepper Potts because, truth be told, that's the role I know her for. I'm not sure if people know her for other roles, but to me, she's just always going to be Pepper Potts. Well, she was asked about how she felt about Avengers Endgame, and she said, I'll be honest, I stopped watching those films. I couldn't keep up with them. There was too much. I couldn't track who was who. I couldn't track who was on whose side, what was going on, everything that's going on, so she just quit. And she hasn't watched them. And she says, yeah, she probably should, or at one point will, but it's just not something for her. As she said before, she's not really a fan of watching many films or anything like that. It's just a job for her. She's not the only actress that's like this. I mean, you know, there's tons of actors that don't like watching TV shows or films that they're in, or any for that matter. She's just another one of them. And I kind of get her in regards to the whole Marvel thing. You either got on board or you didn't. And that's kind of how it goes, and kind of how it's still going to a large degree. You're either jumping on now or you're not, and you're jumping ship. And this is always happening. And at some point, you know, if she's brought back for Armor Wars, which is a rumor, she probably will catch up just to know where her character is at, or somebody's going to recount it for her so she knows the basics, and here you go, you're back. And it's fine. It's exactly what I think it needs to be, if that's what they do. But I take no offense to this, as some MCU fanatics have. They're like, oh, she hates the brand, or she's a traitor. No. No. By that logic, Nicolas Cage hates every film he's been in, because he hasn't seen most of them. Right? Like, you know, that's a stupid logic to me. Like, it doesn't work.